really proud of the 8 gentlemen that are coming in. They're great ball players, great individuals. They also contribute to the league, community service. That's what it's all about. So without much further ado, Wayne Soland and Bobby Brown.
Good evening. Can you hear that? Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing us to be here. Bobby and I have the honor tonight to announce Dave Absher's induction into the Sacramento Senior Men's Baseball League. Closer. There you go. Dave said not too close. He's afraid he's going to get roasted. I've known Dave since 87, 88. Because of me, Dave is in this league. I met him through some friends that worked with him. He came out to play with us. This gangly kid came out for our City League team. Got to know Dave, got to see how he played. Incredible ball player, as you're all aware. Played with Dave for 15 years. I got the fortunate ability to retire before I had to play against Dave, which I needed to do. Couple quick stories about Dave. Dave's always about his team, was never about himself, but never left anything short when he came to the game. Probably the only thing I feared as his teammate, scarier than pitching to Phil Adams, was having Dave walk out to the mound and hand you the ball personally after you pitched to Phil Adams when he told you to throw a slider and you tried to throw that fastball by him. That's intimidating. That was Dave. Always positive though. Never had a problem with anything you wanted him to do. You know, when Dave started, we had a couple of catchers. So we put Dave wherever he needed to be. Never a complaint. Then all of a sudden one day, we need a catcher. We're warming up. Dave goes out, throw him to him. It's like, wow, this guy can catch. Made everybody and everybody around him more successful. But more importantly, what I learned by playing ball with Dave is not only is he a tremendous ball player and a teammate, but twice that as a person, husband and father, friend. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to play with him. I wish I had parts that lasted as long as him so I could still do it. It's my honor to be here tonight and at your invitation to be able to induct you or be with you in your induction into this Hall of Fame. Many more successful years. You're truly a blessing to this league, all of your friends here, and it's my honor, and thank you.
So I first met Dave about 14, 15 years ago when I came on the Sac Giants, and he was our catcher at that point, so thank you. And just a 5-tool guy, could just play very athletically behind the dish, short, quick swing, hell of an arm, and I remember thinking just how lucky I was to land on the Giants with a player like this. Over the years, he's kind of diversified. He's caught for us. He's played infield. He's pitched. He's been a dominating closer. We originally were teammates, and I took over as manager. And Dave's just always a guy I could trust up there, no matter where I had to plug him in. We oftentimes have to call each other to confirm status. Dings and nicks and injuries happen, and many times I'd call Dave and say, hey, we're short, and he goes, well, I got a blown hammy. And then I'd say, well, we got 8 guys. And Dave would say, well, it is what it is. I'll be out there. So appreciate all the effort, Dave. Appreciate all the years getting to know your family, Denise, Jen, and Jake, playing with Jake. And it's just a great privilege and an honor to induct you this year. And this definitely is what it is. So congratulations, Dave. Dave Absher.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. First off, I'd like to congratulate the other 2022 inductees, Jimmy McCourtson. Can you hear me? Okay, we're good. Eric Guimont, Guillermo, Larry. I didn't play much with Larry, and Craig Parker. Rick Mejia was a late add. I was really happy to be able to go on with him as well. Great ball player, great hitter, awesome. Just a great group. Feel humbled and honored to go in with you guys. So right on. Congrats as well to them. Secondly, I'd like to thank these guys here for picking me to go into this. Was when JT gave me the call. It was very humbling. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I never expected it, never dreamed it would happen. Very humbling, and especially when you look at the list of guys that are in this small list. There's a lot of good ball players, a lot of great guys, and it's to be part of that's humbling, and I'm gracious for that. Thanks. I'd also like to thank the volunteers, all the people that do things outside of what makes this all happen, the Ever Maldonados and Steve Welches and everyone in between that. There's a lot that goes on that we don't see as ball players that makes this all happen, and that's important to me. They don't do it for any recognition whatsoever. It's all just whatever it takes to get it done for us to be able to come out here and play. So hats off to those guys. Then I'd like to thank the coaches, and this is where these two guys come in. It all started with Wayne a long time ago, and you don't realize how long of a time it goes till you start reflecting and looking back. It seems like yesterday, and really, it wasn't yesterday. We all know that, right? So, but it started off with Wayne and circled all the way back around to Bobby, who's running the Giants now, and both of them actually, these guys run the teams. They're quite similar, steady. They're always there. It's the force that made the teams good. You know, that it starts at the top with these guys. We won a lot of games together, especially with the Giants. It's their positive, everything. I can't remember that far back is the problem. So, no, but it's really what makes it all happen. It starts at the top with these guys and all the other coaches and managers that I played for, and the other coaches and managers that I haven't played for, because the bottom line is, without you guys, we're not doing this. That is a thankless job that a lot of us would never do. You guys put a lot of effort in to making this happen. It starts there, and to put up with all the 50-plus egos and whatnot, and the guys showing up late or last-minute calls and all that, we appreciate all you guys do to keep this thing going. About 4 or 5 years ago, there were 3 of us playing on the Giants. Derek Rebensdorf, a guy by the name of Sean Spiva. Some of you guys might know Sean only played a couple of years. And myself, the 3 of us coached travel ball together years before that with our 3 sons and whatnot. And Sean came up with the idea of starting an 18U team with our kids and some of the travel ball kids that we had coached and whatnot, and we thought, hey, great. And the idea was that, you know, we'd coach a little, play a little bit, maybe a couple innings here or there. Well, it turns out we played quite a bit that year. The kid, you know, same thing. Kids have things going on and whatnot. But I remember that one particular instance that stood out to me. I was pitching a game. Derek's playing third, close game, first and third, one out. Ball hit to Derek. He throws to his kid at second, throws to my kid at first. And a double play ends the inning. And I just, usually you're elated for a double play anyways as a pitcher. But the fact that it was our kids out there doing it was just something very special. Now, I know some of you guys out here think, what's so special about that, right? I'm playing with my kid all the time out here. But before this league, that didn't really happen. Maybe it did somewhere, but before this league started and all that, that could never happen. And that's why I like to give a big thanks to Val Lewis for doing the father-son and allowing us to do that, to play with our kids and whatnot. That's been one of the biggest joys I've had, because I think about all the guys in the 50s and 60s who would love to play with their kids, and it just never happened. It just was, the opportunity was not there. So hats off to Val for doing the father-son. I mean, that's just an unbelievable idea that came to fruition that is just something really special. Lastly, but not least, I'd like to thank my wife, Denise, for all of her support. Give it up for Denise. Throughout the years, played a lot of darn baseball, and never once did she waver. She knows how important it is for me to come out here and do this, and all the other wives as well, the wives and girlfriends that you support your man for coming out here and doing this and playing, realizing how important it is for us to be able to set aside the grind of life for 2.5 hours or whatnot and be a kid again, a 12-year-old. So thank you so much for doing that. And that's a huge thing, because I think we all have one or two friends that would love to be out here, and they're just not out here for that reason. I mean, let's face it, it's probably a reality for some guys. So thanks, sweetheart. The last 3 or 4 years, I've actually been marred with injury here or there. So that's been really, really tough on me. It's just been a rash, one thing or the other. Like Bobby said, I go from being the catcher, penciling the lineup every game, to I can't walk, throw me in right field or wherever it needs to happen. And that's been tough, not only physically, but it's a mental grind as well. After a while, it gets to you. You can't do the things that you once did. You can't play as hard as you once played. And at one point, I'll never forget, it was on a Sunday. I woke up, arms hurting, legs are hurting. I almost made a call to the manager of my Sunday team and tell him I'm done. And that was going to be it. I was really looking to pull the plug at that point. Lo and behold, I got that thought out of my mind, went out and played. For some reason, the arm didn't hurt as badly, had a good game, just BSing with the guys in the dugout. It's just something that really struck me, and it strikes me to today, is that as much as we're hurt and whatnot, we still come out here, and we're not as competitive as we were when we were younger. I mean, I was a lot more red ass when I was 25. I wanted to win, didn't care about the guys on the other side. But now that's all changed. It's a reflection as far as you look around. I don't know if it's mortality. We're getting a little older. We know where we're at, our place here. But the bigger thing is that this is my family. You guys are my baseball family. You're my Elks Lodge. When you think about it, I mean, this is really what it's all about right here. And I wouldn't have it any other way. God bless all of you.